Welcome to News Today with Universal Parks News Today. I'm Tom Kroos. Here now the news for May 23rd, 2023. Illumination's Minion Land at Universal Orlando Resort will be opening this summer with a variety of new attractions and eateries for guests, according to a press release that was put out by Universal in the last week. Guests will be able to eat, laugh, and cause mischief with Illumination's Minions, according to the website. The land will take over Production Central, transforming it into Illumination Avenue, with a new Minion Cafe replacing the former Universal Studios Classic Monsters Cafe, and other surprises inspired by popular characters from Illumination's blockbuster franchises. Upon entering the new Illumination's Minion Land on Illumination Avenue, guests will spot a Minion Land marquee with 22 Minions ready to have their photo snapped. Photo-ready spots will also be available for guests throughout the land, featuring murals and photo opportunities that celebrate additional characters from the Illumination films. At the Illumination Theater, guests will be able to meet with a variety of characters from beloved franchises. Minions, Gru, Margot, Edith, and Agnes, as well as characters from the film Sing, including Rosita, Gunter, and Johnny, will all be available to interact with the outdoor Illumination Theater facade. Meanwhile, Bell Bottom, Jean-Claude, and the other members of the Vicious Six will join guests aboard Illumination's Minions at VillainCon. Visitors will blast their way to supervillain stardom. Illumination's VillainCon Minion Blast is a moving walkway stand-through shooting attraction. The attraction was developed in partnership between Universal's award-winning creative team and the filmmakers from Illumination. The interactive blaster game experience invites guests to compete against each other in hopes to join the franchise's most dastardly supervillains. Illumination's VillainCon Minion Blast will use screen technology, gaming interactivity, and physical sets to create a unique game-based adventure. Guests will put their villainous skills to the test in these immersive environments where they'll spot nefarious evildoers and mischievous minions from the Illumination films. The attraction promises to allow guests to interact with these characters in a whole new way. Again, VillainCon Minion Blast is a moving walkway attraction, thus will have no height requirement. However, kids must be able to stand on their own to ride it. The story behind the attraction is that guests are transported to VillainCon, the biggest criminal convention on the planet. Here, they're instructed to take part in a competition to see if they have what it takes to become the newest member of the Vicious Six. Guests will then grab an interactive blaster and step onto a motion-based pathway to start blasting. They'll move through several scenes where they earn points by shooting at a variety of items and causing as much destruction as possible. This attraction will be located in the old Shrek 4D theater building and is a permanent replacement. Guests will also be able to visit the new Illumination's Minion Cafe for a bite to eat. In addition, Universal announced that the cafe will have an express window with a limited menu. This will allow visitors to quickly grab a bite to eat. This reduced menu has not yet been released. We'll let you know as soon as more details are available. But the new cafe will feature nearly 20 brand new items, including inventive, family-friendly fare inspired by beloved characters. Included in the newly announced menu items are Despicables, which we have some pictures of. There's Otto's Noodle Bowl. And while details on these dishes have not been released, it looks like this meal has Eastern inspiration, serving noodles, sliced meats, grilled corn, and a soft-boiled egg. Agnes's Honeymoon Soup appears to be a split-piece soup with a grilled cheese sandwich served in a waffle. Carl's Crispy Cauliflower is a vegan offering. It's fried cauliflower, side a variety of vegetables, and blue rice. It's a plant-based meal, as you might imagine. Bob's Teddy Bear Chocolate Cream Puff is a chocolate cream puff decorated with chocolate discs for ears and what looks like chocolate button eyes. The Steak and Cheese Ray Sandwich is a steak and cheese sandwich. They'll be served with a pipette of sauce and a side of fried vegetable chips. A kids menu item includes the Mini Boss's Mega Melt. It's a grilled cheese served in a waffle alongside a tiny banana, and fried minions are on the kids menu. The new Illumination's Minion Cafe will feature 3 themed areas designed after fan-favorite minions: Kevin, Stuart, Bob, and Otto. First is the kitchen, where guests will see the Minions' equipment and the gear they use to create the tasty creations. The second themed area is called the Break Room. Here, guests will be able to dine in the Minions' hangout space. It includes office safety tips as well as a vending machine full of unusual and mischievous items. The third themed space will be the dining room. Here, cafe visitors will enjoy colorful artwork created by the Minions, of course. An outdoor eating area will also be available, with the patio looking out over all the fun within the land. In addition, guests can delight in a sweet treat at Bake My Day. The location will have a giant cupcake atop the building. It's already there, making it visible from throughout the area. The announcement for available treats at this location includes cupcakes, macarons, and s'mores. Venue will also feature a selection of Minion-inspired merchandise, including apparel, plush, drinkware, accessories, keychains, and more. Freeze Ray Pops will also be available as a dining location. The available treats here include a variety of colorful popsicles inspired by Gru, the Minions, and Vector, and beverages will also be available. And when the land opened, guests will be able to find the fan favorite banana popcorn from Universal Studios Japan at Pop-A-Nana Popcorn. Minions-themed popcorn buckets will also be available at this location, and both sweet and savory popcorn options will be there. 3 new shopping venues will be opening for guests in the land. Evil Stuff and Super Silly Stuff will both carry toys, souvenirs, and apparel. Of course, Super Silly Stuff is already an existing shop. In addition, an Illumination theater guests will be able to take pictures with some of their favorite characters from the films Despicable Me and Sing. It's quite a lineup for Illumination Avenue and Minion Land. This year's summer tribute store is the Making of Jurassic Park in honor of the film's 30th anniversary. Boy, do I feel old. And the facade is already in place in the Hollywood section of Universal Studios Florida. A sign out front has the name of the store and coming soon. There will be a preview of the store for team members and annual pass holders on Thursday, May 25th at the park. Team members will have exclusive access to the shop between 8 a.m. and noon. And from noon to 7 p.m., Universal Studios Florida park closed that day. Team members will have shared access along with pass holders at that time. The Jurassic Park 30th Anniversary Tribute Store will open to all guests on Friday, May 26th. I could not be more excited. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. And the best part is their services are 100% free. Head on over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT and the team will design your next epic vacation from the Universal Parks to the Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resorts, Disney Cruise Line, Virgin Voyages, Royal Caribbean, and more. The permanent Starbucks location at Universal Studios Florida will close for remodeling soon, and a temporary location will open during the closure. The permanent home to Starbucks at USF is in the New York section of the park at the Games of Amusement facade. This location will close for remodeling within the next few weeks, although we don't have an exact date just yet, but the closure will last reportedly for a few months. During the remodel, Starbucks will temporarily move into Cafe La Bamba restaurant between the Hollywood section and the Animal Actors on Location area. A Starbucks sign is visible already inside. The temporary location is nearly ready to open and already has signs advertising some of Starbucks' seasonal offerings. Universal Orlando Resort has announced that Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey will be temporarily closed on June 8th. The ride will be closed for one day so they can perform routine maintenance. It'll be back on June 9th. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to all of our WIGS members who make the show happen every week. Universal Studios Japan has announced the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man will close forever early next year. Just one day shy of the attraction's 20th anniversary, the closing date is set for January 22nd, 2024. The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, the ride, opened on January 23rd, 2004 as the first major expansion of Universal Studios Japan after it opened in 2001. The ride is almost exactly the same as Universal's Islands of Adventure in Florida. The replacement was not announced for the space, although with the official closure of nearby attractions, which we'll talk about in a second, a large parcel of real estate has now opened at the park for expansion. Of course, rumors for years have swirled of a permanent Pokemon presence, but no information is official as of yet, but I think it's all but confirmed at this point. Starting July 4th, visitors to Universal Studios Japan can experience the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man final campaign, which will include a commemorative sticker for the ride's farewell while supplies last. Guests can ask a crew member, except in Minion Park, Super Nintendo World, or the Wizarding World, for one of these special stickers. As well, commemorative merchandise will be released as part of the finale. The park also announced the demise of 2 other attractions, Terminator 2 3D and Backdraft. Both have been in limbo for 3 years as they never reopened after the COVID-19 related closures. Terminator 2 3D and Backdraft both opened with Universal Studios Japan on March 31st, 2001 and closed on September 14th of 2020 as part of budget cuts following low attendance after the COVID-19 pandemic reopening. At the time, this was announced as a temporary measure, but the park has now made it official. This officially brings to an end the storied history of two Universal attractions, as the other versions at the Universal parks around the world are already gone. Terminator 2-3D opened in 1996 at Universal Studios Florida and in 1999 at Universal Studios Hollywood. The Hollywood version closed in 2013 to make way for Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, while the Florida version is now home to the Bourne Stuntacular. The hybrid between live performance and theatrical show took guests on a journey into the future war between humans and robots, with the T-800 played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, as well as John Connor played by Edward Furlong. James Cameron envisioned the film as a mini-sequel to Terminator 2 Judgment Day, reuniting the original cast for the short 12-minute feature. Backdraft, meanwhile, opened in 1992 at Universal Studios Hollywood as a practical demonstration of the fire effects used in the 1991 Ron Howard film of the same name. It closed in 2010 to make way for Transformers: The Ride. You can watch a video of that experience right here on our channel. Both of these attractions, again, will not return, and the spaces will be reused for future additions to the park, but they did not want to say what those future additions will be. For the record, Backdraft is in the San Francisco area of the park, which is right near Minion Park. A small space for an attraction. Maybe you can't even make it a ride. Maybe it's something you like stand on a platform and it moves forward. I don't know. We just talked about something like that, didn't we? That'd be interesting. But it is, again, it's right next to Minion Park. And again, Terminator 2-3D is in the New York section, which is adjacent to Spider-Man. So it all seems to add up. Again, nothing official yet, but it should be an exciting couple of years at USJ. It already has been with the opening of Super Nintendo World, but now clearly something big planned for New York and something big planned for near Minion Park. So lots on the way, perhaps Universal Studios in Osaka. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to universalparksnewstoday.com. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to Universal Parks News Today on YouTube for more great content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of the show. For UPNT, this is Tom Corliss saying the future is whatever you make it, so make it a good one.
Welcome to Deep in the Plus. Each week, join host Rob Whiteside as he and a panel of Disney superfans take a different movie or TV show from the Disney Plus catalog. They'll tell you its history, details, and give their review, so you'll know if it's worth your time. Current shows, classic movies, and everything in between. Watch Deep in the Plus live Wednesday nights at 9 Eastern for new episodes, or catch Deep in the Plus anytime on YouTube on WDWNT TV.